Here I am back again in Dover, 11th of March, which is Saturday, and the place is deserted. The lady at the check-in said there's hardly any crossings tonight, hardly any ferries, hardly any people, but she said that's quite typical for a Saturday. It's 5 to 11 and here I am in France. Before the days of those big modern signs, this was the border between two departments. As you can see, I've just left the Eure, whatever it's pronounced, and I'm now in Seine-Maritime. I left Seine-Maritime about half a kilometre ago, so I've just dipped into the Eure. Anyway, this is what it used to be like. That's the background noise you can hear. It's quite windy today from the west. Hopefully the weather's going to improve. Quite a typical Norman village. Not where I used to live, but the half-timbered, flatter, more westerly style.
Continuez sur cette route.
I assume this must be Louviers, the impressive town hall. The sun's beginning to shine through now, and the temperature's getting warmer. It will come out, but there is blossom on the trees. There's vague shades of pink from these ones, and I've seen some blackthorn in some of the hedges with a white blossom. This is La Ferté-Vidame. There we are, La Ferté-Vidame. Famous among 2CV drivers, because this is Citroen's test track, home of the test track. We're not going through the village at the moment though. 11:30 and time for a coffee stop beside the road in a wooded area near St. Calais. I may have even filmed this place before, I'm not even sure where it is at the moment, but it's just quite typical. A lovely big wide open market square, old houses all the way around it. And a castle on a hill. Oh, and a river. Lovely old half-timbered buildings as well. mountain air just outside Limoges on the north side. 4.5 hours to go. I haven't made up my mind whether to continue all the way or stop and continue tomorrow morning. I'll see how I feel. The afternoon of the next day. I arrived late last night, and this morning it's blazingly hot. It's like a summer's day in England. Everything's exploding. It's only 2 weeks up and away. There's colour everywhere. Seedlings pushing their way up. And it's just, I can't believe how hot it is. A few of the daffs that we planted in the winter have come through. And there's many more tulips to follow. And this we think might be blackthorn. And then the red of the quince. And this is what Lou was working on when I was away. There's the steps and the plants that we bought have been put in with a stumpery, and it's looking really good. And this is the seat with plants in the nooks and crannies that will grow and spread. It's looking great. And all the little seeds are starting to pop up as well. We've driven to Castelnaudary in Odd. Just have a look at some old cars. It was a lovely drive here. Through the rain and the sun and then the rain again. And we arrived half an hour before it's finished. So there's not that many cars left here. And a Zam. Wednesday, I think it's 22nd of March. Absolutely gorgeous day here. I'll cut most of this with a sit-on mower, and I've got to go around these little bits with this one, the push mower. I hope you can hear the bees. They're out in force today, and who can blame them? This is the orchard where I've spent most of the last 3 or 4 hours. Last year we didn't get any fruit because of a late frost. We've pruned 3 or 4 trees at the moment, and we'll be doing more and keeping our fingers crossed and hope there's no late frost this year. Isn't that a sight to gladden the heart? These are looking rather lovely, although a trifle short. They've hardly come out of their leaves. Hopefully you can hear the mating call of whatever type of frog that is. I don't know if he's making a noise. He was. Alright, let's see what the temperature is. 15 degrees. Not bad, is it? Still not warm enough for me to swim in, but not bad. It's Thursday night, 23rd of March, and Dottie has decided to have her kittens on our bed. One's just arrived. She's lying on it. This is the 3rd one, just popped out. That was a rather disturbed night for us. There are 3 little kittens, all tabbies. 1, 2 and 3. And Dottie hardly stopped purring all night long. On our bed. Worcester Garden Centre, right by a main road, dual carriageway. And can you hear the racket from the frogs? It's my birthday today, so we went to Carcassonne for lunch and we're just driving back a scenic route. These are the Chateau of Las Tours. We're going back to England and Heimer in a few days, so it's time to give it a brief wash and sweep it outside and what have you, just to make it nice for the journey. We're off on our travels again, heading back to England as normal, taking a couple of days to do it. We have paused for lunch, basically in the middle of nowhere. Although I can see a couple of walkers in the distance. Well, we didn't manage many miles this morning, filled up with fuel. And it's just stopped at a set of traffic lights. I found the breakdown, but I don't know if you can see over there is a Citroen dealer with a much newer Citroen Heimer outside. I went to talk to them. I said phone the breakdown, but they'll see what they can do once the breakdown chap's here. We're being taken to a Peugeot garage apparently, really close by. We have been taken to this Peugeot garage, but I don't yet know whether they're going to look at it today or not. It's just before 3, the Heimer is now going and we are heading north, just crossing the lot. See it, but there's a terrific chateau here. Well, that was a long day. We are now at a campsite on the Lac de Saint-Pardoux, where we've stopped before, and relaxing, ready for an early start tomorrow to catch up with ourselves. We left the campsite this morning at 7 o'clock in the dark. We drove north for a couple of hours, now we're stopping somewhere near Châteauroux for breakfast. This is an old sign. Scène inférieure doesn't exist anymore. It's nearly 4 o'clock and we've got about 3 hours to go before we will be at Calais, which, or where, we don't need to be till tomorrow morning. We're at another spot found by Park for Night Amp at the end of a dead end, actually, in the woods somewhere. That lane up there is inaccessible as well, but it should be a very quiet night, apart from the wildlife. We've arrived in Calais and the wind is strong, the rain's lashing down and the ferries are slightly delayed because of, quote, inclement weather, unquote. I think we're going on now. So we might be in for a rough crossing.
Ladies and gentlemen, would all vehicle drivers and their passengers please now rejoin the vehicles. You are reminded that smoking on the vehicle decks is strictly forbidden.
Welcome to English driving. I spent 15 minutes in this queue for the Dartford Tunnel, but I think that's fairly normal.